Hey guys, it's John here coming to you with yet another Sailor Moon S.h. Figuarts review. Here I have for you today Sailor Saturn, also known as Hotaru. She's our very first outer senshi to be released in this line, so let's jump right in and have a look at her packaging. Packaging wise, Sailor Saturn continues on with what we've seen S.h. Figuarts do in the past with the Sailor Moon line. So of course with promo images of the figure itself going all the way around the box, we have Sailor Saturn's name going up the corner here, and of course with her very unique colour scheme, which are different shades of purple on this box. We have promo images going all the way around. At the top corner here you can see different facial expressions that are included in the pack, and of course some poses of her with her accessories. At the top here we have S.h. Figuarts description, and at the bottom just some credits. Inside the box we get a clamshell packaging of Sailor Saturn herself with all her accessories, as you guys can see, just like all the other Sailor Moon figure arts that's been released. We also get a very similar stand that goes for Sailor Saturn, but of course with her very unique name and colour. We get this little Bandai Asia survey that you can do. I think you can win prizes if you do it online, apparently, and you have a very handy dandy instruction sheet if you need it. So let's jump in now and have a look at the figure herself. So here we have Sailor Saturn in all of her tiny glory, and I have to tell you guys, I'm really impressed with everything they were able to pack in for such a small figure. So let's jump in and have a closer look. As you guys can see here, of course, Sailor Saturn is seen wearing what she first appeared in the anime. There's slight differences from what we've seen in the past with the S.h. Figuarts, just with the concept design. As you guys can see, the shoulder pads are different. Hers kind of resembles more flower petals, while the others are the basic Sailor Senshi uniform. The elbow joints, or the elbow pieces to the joints, are slightly different too. Sailor Saturn's just sweeps right out while the others curve in. And of course the brooch bar in the middle is also different. Sailor Saturn's really resembles a pure heart, which I believe that's what her season was all about in Sailor Moon, which I think is fantastic. They did really good detail with that pure heart crystal brooch thing that's going on, and I really love it. Another difference between her function wise is that her arm or hands are slightly different to the others, while hers kind of has this kind of triangle cutout where the joint attaches. The others are just kind of a straight cut. As you guys can see, I kind of really like that. I think it really blends that joint a lot better. I kind of wish they did that from the beginning, but oh well, there's nothing you can do right now. And of course her size is another difference between her and her other senshi. She is a smaller body, so compared to Sailor Venus and all the other Sailor Senshis that were released, or the first four that were released, so Sailor Venus, Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury and Sailor Mars, who are about 5.5 inches, Sailor Saturn stands about 5 inches, or just over 5 inches. As you guys can see, she has a nice height difference from the other senshi, and of course with Sailor Jupiter, who stands 6 inches, that is quite a big difference with these three, as you guys can see. I'm really interested to see how they do Sailor Uranus, Pluto and Neptune. I wonder if they're going to be the same size as Sailor Jupiter, or are they going to be slightly taller? Let's have a look at Sailor Saturn's articulation. So she of course has all the same articulation as what we've seen in the past of the Sailor Moon S.h. Figuarts line. So rotation in the head, great tilting down, not much up unfortunately, but that's just because her hair is blocking the way. She has movement in the shoulder, which is restricted by those shoulder pads. Unlike the other senshis who don't have that thing up there, they can point straight up, as you guys can see with Venus, while Sailor Saturn can't really do that, which is kind of unfortunate, but I do really love those flower petal shoulder pads. And they are kind of rubbery plastic, so you can kind of push them a little bit, but I wouldn't too hard, or else something might break. She has great movement in the elbow and the wrist. She has ab crunch, full rotation there too, and she has a waist swivel. Something different about Sailor Saturn is they did something different with her legs, as you can see in the inner part here. It's slightly different from what we see with the other girls. I'll have to pull up the dress a little bit. As you can see there, slight different legs, and I'm guessing that's just because Sailor Saturn is of a smaller frame. But something disappointing with Sailor Saturn's figure though is when you do pull down the legs, her feet move apart really far, and you can't push them back together since they are hitting at the top thigh there. While with the other girls, if you do pull their legs down, their feet can still touch
as you guys can see. But that's just a little nitpick that I have. I still really like how they gave her the pull down legs, and of course that really helps with the high kicks and the little poses that she does. Of course she has great movement in the knee as well, and a kind of foot rotation, swivel, pivot, whatever you call that, and that really helps with posing her as well. Something I had found with Sailor Saturn is that she stands really well on her own. I think that's just because she's balanced, unlike Sailor Venus and Sailor Mars who have a whole heap of hair at the back. She can really balance herself really easily. So now let's jump in and have a look at Sailor Saturn's accessories. So here we have Sailor Saturn's accessories, which isn't much unfortunately. As you guys can see here, we get 4 sets of faces. We have neutral, screaming, closed eyes, and angry. I really like the screaming face. I feel like the whites in her eyes really bring her alive, while the neutral and the angry face don't have enough whites, which kind of look dead to me. She gets 4 pairs of hands, so these relaxed hands are packaged with her. We also get clenched fist, we have opened hands, we have hands that hold her weapon, and posing hands. Interestingly, these come on pegs, which can be stacked on top of each other. I wish they did this from the beginning, since it's just so much easier storing them and, you know, not losing them. She also gets her weapon, the Silence Glaive, which is nicely detailed and painted in silver paint. As you can see, I really especially like the intricate detail like on this part. It's really well done. The only unfortunate thing about it is that it doesn't pull apart, so it's not that easy to put in her hands. You kind of have to force it in, which you do kind of get a mini heart attack every time you try to do it, since you're scared it's going to break. Since it's really, really tiny and I'm guessing very fragile. But it can be done. With practice you can do it a lot easier. And of course she gets the stand that everyone else has, of course with her own symbol and her name and unique color scheme.
Overall, I think Sailor Saturn is brilliant. I really like the variety in height now, and I think it brings a different aspect to the group. She doesn't come with much accessories, but I think the one she comes with is so badass, so I highly recommend her for that. I can't wait to complete this collection with Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Bye.